Welcome back, everyone. Episode 2. Got up through that long ass... Oh, nice maggots. Welcome to Metal Gear Maggots. Maggoty Toilet. What an awesome way to open up the second episode.
So look how little they had to work with graphics-wise, and they still put maggots in.
I know.
That's pretty impressive.
That's what's so cool about it. It's like the little tiny
Well, that's
details
Kojima
like that.
for you. I mean, he has this new console at his disposal, and what does he do with it? He puts fucking writhing maggots on a toilet. But we fucking love that shit.
That's where maggots hang out, right?
We eat that up. We will suck it up.
Let's get this party started. I don't know why I said that like Rocky.
Oh, man.
Well, that's the first time she saw him naked.
Oh, Johnny?
Johnny naked.
So you killed the chief.
Oh, well, thanks for spoiling who that is.
We already
I'm
did.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Liquid? No, you're not.
I always think it's weird that he's supposed to look that much like Liquid.
Yeah.
Like they are twins, but
This is the first time
they're polygons. You can't really tell the
Yeah.
gameplay.
Your hands are shaking.
I'm gonna point a gun at your gun.
I'm no rookie.
I'll shoot your gun.
I'll shoot your gun.
That scared look in your eyes.
This is how
They're rookies.
much of a badass Snake is.
You've never shot a person in my
Do they do this in every game?
Too much.
And it's like you're too much of a rookie.
Off, rookie.
I told
Boss
you.
kind of does this with Ocelot.
Yeah.
And they definitely do it in
Yeah.
4.
Well, when did they do it in 2 though?
I think they do it with Raiden at some point.
I guess. Oh yes,
Yeah.
you're right. Right in
With
Snake.
Pliskin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pliskin.
Out of here.
Looks like we'll be a little
That Lego ass famous.
Oh, get
shit.
ready for this.
Oh, I hate the way this game makes me shoot.
Don't think. Shoot.
So this is one of those sequences that we're talking about that you're forced to kill people, which is really weird.
Yeah.
You can actually avoid killing people here.
Oh, can you use a grenade or something?
No, but you can
That was a grenade.
you can mess with them enough, like fist, like punching them about, and Meryl will kill them for you.
Really?
She
Yeah.
just like freaks out. She just goes crazy.
You can actually get Meryl to kill everybody for you.
Oh, really? Well, you're still killing people, though. I mean, like, people
Well,
are still...
you're not.
I guess so.
You're witness to it, I guess.
I like getting someone to kill people for you.
Yeah, you just run around in them and
Justifying
punch
it.
them about, and then like she'll just shoot them.
I'll be taking those,
Also, how
God, I hate the way this one.
like early 90s it was like cool for everyone to have a laser sight on their
Right.
gun. And like I think this is one of the first games that actually have like a laser sight on your gun. You're like, how fucking futuristic.
Oh no!
Man, that was some fucking explosion.
Bro.
I think typically the procedure is not to throw hand grenades into the room, but to throw flashbangs.
Right,
into the room.
yeah.
Those guys
'Cause
maybe
they're-
are new.
Because they're really not trying to kill you. Also, it's interesting that Johnny in that scene...
That ass.
yeah, because it looks like he's naked and he's got pixels there.
Yeah.
In the original Japanese version, he's actually wearing boxers.
Why
So-
did they make him naked?
Oh yeah, there we go.
Ah, there we
my
go.
God.
That's how you can tell who she is.
Zoom in on there. The one time that an ass is actually central to the plot.
Right.
Yeah.
It wasn't just included in there for titillation. It's actually useful as a gameplay element.
Yeah. Oh man, here's the lineup. I think this game is probably the best villains in it.
Oh, absolutely.
You can make an argument for Snake Eater, but
Oh, Snake Eater's got great villains.
but they're not on this level.
Yeah, I don't think
No.
they're quite this good.
And they feel genuinely like.
Also, at this point, you're like, who the fuck are these people? Like, you're not, especially if you're playing this game for the first time, you don't know that people have superpowers and shit.
Yeah,
you know?
they feel more like badasses. Like I feel like even in Metal Gear Solid.
Yes.
Yes. She does the fist pump from the VR missions.
She just
yeah.
dumped like 2 clips at him.
Yeah.
Oh man. I think
He just feels so cool.
Ah, so it wasn't her.
Wait, what?
It wasn't her that shot at him.
But was it Mantis that did the fist pump?
She was. He was really excited.
This is like what I remember coming to the franchise fresh was what really sold me on it. Like I was interested in Kojima's like style and his weirdness, but what really got my attention was Mantis.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
that's when I was
absolutely.
just like,
The
oh, this
S&M
is
Gimp guy with
Yeah.
the gas mask on.
but just the idea of like the playing with your head and that and Gray Fox, and I think those are the most supernatural elements of this game, the most sci-fi. And just weird, and I think that's when I was like, "Hey, this isn't just a weird, like a regular video game. There's some weird shit going on." Yeah. So Johnny, there in the Japanese version, you can almost see the lines. I think,
Let's get up in there.
but just get in there, get in those pixels.
What is that? Is that puke? What is that?
Where?
Below
Oh,
his
below
body.
him. Yeah, it's probably puke or
Oh,
shadow.
Shadow, yeah.
You know,
But you can actually see a line there where he's wearing boxers, and for some reason, the Japanese or the American, the localization team, they drew the boxer's skin tone to make it look like he's naked. I don't know. They thought it was the people who did the localization on this game had a really weird sense of humor.
see, I don't think it's. I don't know. To bring this back up again, you shut me up. But I don't think it's actually him controlling her. I think he sees some sort of evil in her or something in her. He's like dove into her mind or something like that, and he sees something in Meryl that he likes, and I think that's why he's like, yes, good girl. In my opinion.
Well, that'd be interesting because we don't really see a dark side to Meryl at any point in the game. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I
but,
just,
like, I mean, if he attacked her, I don't know. It just seems like, God, I'm having a hard time.
but I guess this is a good
There we
time to elaborate on my story of my introduction to the series.
Kick in the air there.
So I was saying is that I never really played it growing up, but it was really when I got into college that people constantly were talking about Metal Gear, and it was like, oh, you're a gamer, so obviously you get the Psycho Mantis reference. And I was like, oh, I know who Psycho Mantis is, but I've never played that game. Oh, those trapdoors make a return from the Metal Gear, the MSX games. And so it was like one of those things where I always felt like there was this cult around the Metal Gear games, and I just didn't understand it, but I was so interested. Like when someone actually told me the joke of like that Psycho Mantis reads your memory cards, slight spoiler. I was just like, what the fuck? That is so crazy. How come I never played that game? And so it was always a series that I wanted to get into, but it was just like, how do you approach the Metal Gear series from the outside?
Yeah.
And I think that's when you introduced me. Like you were actually like, you need to sit down and play a game. Mm-hmm. And that was like, I got the time. We had a PlayStation to play, and when we played it, it was just like. At first, I still had like that because it was the first level is basically the same demo where it's the spotlights and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, all this like the stealth stuff is kind of weird. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but it's when you get like Mantis, like that Mantis scene, and later on when Gray Fox comes in and the game just was fucking weird.
Yeah.
That's when I was just like, this series is for me. Mm-hmm. So I guess I'm like at that other end of the spectrum as someone who comes to it like comes late to the party, but. You know, gets completely sucked into it because after that we just fucking played every game. Now I'm just a member. I'm a member of the cult now. Completely different from both of you. I'm a really late comer. It's interesting too because I came into it before there was ever an announcement for any of the new games. It's just happened. So for me, the newest game would have been Peace Walker, which is fucking. I can hear all the hate already because I'm really new to the series. But it's weird being like now I'm familiar with all the backstory and know the series really well, and now they're coming out with 5, Ground Zeroes and or if you want to call it V.
Right.
Do you think they're gonna call it Metal Gear Venom? Because that'd be.
I don't know. I think the...
Because that's what the V is supposed to... I mean, Kojima said that's why it's Metal Gear V,
right,
not
and
Metal
the
Gear
V
5.
is important.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was vengeance.
Probably just it conveniently doubles as a 5.
Yeah. Well, I think it could open to interpretation for a lot of things. Both you guys had really hardcore stories, especially getting fucking Metal Gear Solid on Christmas. On launch is fucking incredible.
I feel very lucky
Yeah.
that I was able to get those things. I don't even know why my grandma bought us stuff like this. Like, there's no way she knew what the fuck it was, She just like, kids like video games.
Kids like games, right?
Hey, your grandma has good taste.
Yeah, and so she's just like, she just bought us stuff.
Maybe she was hardcore into Metal Gear and was like, kids need to experience
I
it.
can't even imagine.
She was a fan
that.
of the MSX series. Playing on a Japanese console.
They're not growing up without playing this,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yes.
This guy.
Yeah, I can't imagine a lot of people. A lot of people say that they did, but I don't know how many people actually played.
Fuck that guy.
Josh, are you going to be okay?
You killed him.
I have no issues.
I tried to do a non-lethal of this. It's very tough.
It is, and it's one of I don't know. Whoops.
Like, very
The
tough.
key card thing just dragged into the wall. Okay, so
The later sequence in the antenna tower with the stairs. That's really
you can't
tough.
do that non-lethal, can you?
Mhm.
You can?
How?
You just run?
It's a bitch, yeah.
Jeez.
How
Stun
do you-
grenades and run. You just have to not use your stun grenades at any point until that point, so you'll have enough, I think.
am I supposed to call Meryl now? I forget. This is the part I think.
You're looking for Kenneth Baker, who's on the second floor basement, I believe.
Yeah, you can't call Meryl yet.
Snake, Psycho Mantis has the power to read.
Yeah.
Whoa. Just blowing through all those Coda conversations.
Oh, sorry. Well, I called them.
I called him. I gotta get off here,
Is it
guys.
there where?
Second floor basement, I believe, is where Kenneth Baker is.
Oh.
Remember the...
Oh, right. I forgot. I have C4 already. I wasn't
know,
paying
do you?
attention.
Yeah, I think you did. I think you picked
Did
it
I
up.
already pick it up? Oh,
Yeah.
that's the wrong. Oh, I do. Duh. Psh. I was thinking, I can't believe how fast I'm blowing through this game because I didn't realize I was already at this part.
You gonna do some wall knocking?
Fuck no.
Just blowing through walls.
I know, it feels like I just. Like when I was a kid, how the hell did I even know to blow through this wall? We must have. I don't
Well,
know.
you guys probably ran around knocking on every wall.
Well, we must have called the colonel like a million times before he told us that that's what we're supposed to be doing. Because there's also. Or my brother just figured it out. I don't
Yeah, because
know.
there's another one here, yeah.
I don't know how he figured it out. I mean, now I know it, like, it's just in my brain. It's just
Burn into your
it's
skull.
burned into my skull. I know exactly where it is, but how the hell did I figure it out before? Okay.
I think this game has a minimal amount of backtracking as opposed to like the second game.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
Even Snake Eater has a good amount of backtracking.
So much backtracking in Metal Gear Solid 2.
I feel like maybe 4 has the least amount of backtracking.
Did I?
That's probably right. I would say. I don't think I backtracked hardly at all in 4.
Yeah, you don't really need to.
Well, at the very beginning, I lost a little bit, but that's only because I got lost. I didn't actually have to go backtracking. I was just like, where the hell am I?
Am I out? Shit.
Man, I just want you to get to this next section so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I think this is the
Oh,
point where
man.
my, like,
Oh, man.
eyes started bleeding out of excitement.
Am I too late?
This is definitely something for like a fucking anime. Like it's just.
Oh, with all the strings and everything?
Yeah, I mean,
can
it's
see
just.
that.
I'm sure it's a film reference.
Live.
If it is, it's getting by me. But it's just. It's so like
Don't worry. I'm here to save
weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's just random.
No.
Don't touch it.
C4.
So dramatic.
That part, I was like, whoa! As a kid, amazed.
Touch that wire, and the C4 will blow up along with the old man.
So I guess we could safely say this is
So
probably
you're the one that the
one of
boss
all of our
is
favorite characters.
Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
god. Yes.
I mean, he's usually a fan favorite, but come on.
I didn't like him when I was a kid.
Well, when you-
Even in Metal Gear Solid 2, I thought he was just this crotchety old man. I didn't start liking him until Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah, Metal Gear
Yeah.
Solid 3 made me a big fan
Yeah.
of his.
Yeah, I think it's fair.
I've always liked him as this
Yeah.
Ocelot, and in 2 he was good too, but
I guess he's just more
Well-
of, like just like an antagonist, just a bad guy.
He just seems so cheesy and he just seems crotchety and. I mean, he's always behind everything, but you really don't know how.
Oh, all the way that he was stroking that gun barrel, man. That's just a little much.
or his there's nothing better than the feeling of slamming a long silver bullet in a well-greased chamber
Gross.
during his
Oh my god.
battle here.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get him to say it.
And
Ocelot's got a lot of issues.
I just played the Metal Gear Solid 3 Ocelot fight, and it is almost verbatim this fight. I mean, like, what he has to say. Oh, I forgot how annoying this fight is.
Also,
Exhilarating.
if we're talking about movie references, just like the Colonel Roy Campbell is based on the Colonel Troutman from Rambo. Revolver Ocelot is like God damn. It's just like a perfect approximation of Lee Van Cleef. If you want to know who Lee Van Cleef is, he's a famous like Western actor. He is probably most known for Good, Bad, and the Ugly. He is in he's in that series, but the reason Kojima probably uses him is because he is the one of the main antagonists in Escape from New York, which also has Snake Plissken in it. I'm probably gonna throw a picture on there, but man, you put these two guys side by side, especially in the later games. It is just that Ocelot is just Lee Van Cleef, and that's why he also has a revolver and dresses like a cowboy, because that's what Lee Van Cleef was famous for, playing cowboys. Also, speaking of what people are supposed to look like, so apparently Snake himself, his physique is based on Jean-Claude Van Damme, which, I mean,
I
that's...
thought he was just a muscular dude.
Yeah, I know.
That's
There's not a whole lot to that, considering he's just like, you know.
His physique is just so unrealistic.
I guess-
How
70
could it
polygons?
possibly be?
Yeah, I guess that explains like his 90 abs and 5 pecs.
Oh my god.
You be the smell of your own.
Apparently, his face is based on Christopher Walken, which is kind of strange to think about.
It's pretty weird. Yeah.
But I will
Copy and paste that together. Jean-Claude Van Damme's body with Christopher Walken's
Yeah,
head.
I don't want to imagine that.
But if you actually look at old photos of Christopher Walken, you can see a very distinct resemblance. I'm thinking that Kojima was watching a film called Deer Hunter, which is way back in the 70s when Christopher Walken was just a baby, but he is playing like this traumatized Green Beret coming in Vietnam, and it's famous for having a scene where Christopher Walken and Robert De Niro are
You're out of
playing
ammo.
Russian roulette.
Oh, balls. Yeah.
And in that movie, Christopher Walken just has like this icy, dead stare with his eyes of an alien.
I know, see it. It's just, that's
Oh. But it's just weird to think that Solid Snake is supposed to be Christopher Walken. So if there was going to be a Metal Gear Solid movie, Kojima would have wanted Christopher Walken to play him, which is fucking weird.
Fucking Walken.
Is this the first boss fight that the boss taunts you?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's interesting.
It's so hard to get a clear shot out of him. He's just
Yeah.
this and it's like one of those. I don't know. I have such a tough time with this one.
Ocelot's so eccentric. What I love about him is like, I don't know, just how much he loves his gun, and like, well, you get the history behind that later, but just the things he says, like that long silver bullet quote, or whenever he's reloading and he's done, he doesn't say I'm reloaded. He says I'm alive again.
Oh yeah.
I love that sort of stuff.
It's interesting that Ocelot, considering what we know now about Ocelot and what we're going to learn in the Phantom Pain, it's interesting that he's not in Metal Gear 1 or 2, that this is his first appearance in the series, which you would think that he would have made an appearance. I'm sure they're going to say that he was behind the scenes, I guess. But it's also interesting to watch in the context that this is the first time that he's meeting Snake, who is going to have a lot of important ties to Boss.
Oh, son of a bitch.
So it's hard to read into the expressions of these polygons. They're really blocky faces. But it's interesting to know if Ocelot's really dismissive of Snake, if he hates him, or if he wants to know him better, or
I
if
think
he's playing with him.
He may be like jealous.
I think he's immediately dismissive of him and be like,
Yeah.
you're not who like you're supposed to be.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
not him.
Yeah.
Get out of here, you imposter.
Yeah.
But
Also, you would think it's curious that he's not more angry at you, because it's at this point in the series, it's well established that Snake killed Big Boss. That he's
Yeah, that's
famous.
true. That's
He's
true.
famous for killing Big Boss, and Big Boss is Ocelot's fucking idol. Oh, however, we don't know this for true. This is speculation. Ocelot is always on the inside. He always has more intel than anyone else, unless Ocelot knows better, knows something and that's jumping forward to Metal Gear 4, and we'll talk about it when it gets there. But maybe that's why Ocelot's not like
nice
fucking
shot.
Thanks.
just gunning for you, so to speak.
I don't have bullets.
I should respawn, I think, if you get him off screen. There you are.
So we're gonna have to run a little long again. So after this boss fight, we're gonna have to wrap up this episode.
Got like a shot.
We have very minimal life, so it's up in the air right now. It could be me or him.
Man, this is
Who's it gonna be?
suspenseful. I'm on the edge of my seat.
I had to change my clip. You fucker. I could have gotten you.
It's just that sound. The guy all strung up in the middle.
Poor Baker.
Yeah. It's just a really weird sound to have repeating.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yes.
You're pretty good. From the man with the same code as the boss. It's been a long time since I had such a good fight, but I'm just getting warmed up.
His hands are fucked up.
Oh man, this is the part when I played this game for the first time. I was like, I'm interested in the series.
Really?
Yeah, I was just.
Where'd this fucking invisible thing come from and cut his arm off?
It's the fucking Predator, I guess.
Stealth camouflage. Can't you even die?
Oh, there he is.
You were lucky. We'll meet again.
Two of our most favorite characters in the whole series are three of them are in this room right now.
I never noticed he actually grabs his own hand.
Yeah.
You would think that would come into play, but it doesn't.
Can't you even die right? I love it.
That exoskeleton.
Fucking love it. I love it.
Losing shit.
This, like, I don't know what it is. This kind of shit just, like, it's so unique and no one else is doing shit like this.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah, you think this is like a military infiltration game, and then this sort of shit happens?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like, what?
I think that's what I liked about it, because it's like, you really don't know what the fuck to expect. Anything could happen.
Guys, I have one question. Oh, I'll ask it after this.
I'm not one of them. The DARPA chief told me he gave them his detonation code. What about yours?
Oh, I get it. Jim sent you.
Jim sent
You're
you.
from the Pentagon.
Man, fuck this
Answer my
guy.
question. What about your code? There's no
He looks like a
time.
turtle.
So fucking goofy looking.
What?
He
Looks like a
does.
turtle.
Well, his coat looks like a shell.
Yeah. Like, especially his head, he looks just like a turtle.
He does look like a
I
turtle,
managed to
yeah.
resist Psycho Mantis's mind probe.
Crotchety old turtle.
Couldn't read you? How'd you do it?
So why did Ocelot string him up with his cane?
Surgical
Kind of
implants.
interesting.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Well, why do you string him up with the key card? God.
He was
How
thinking
did
ahead.
Gray Fox cut him out and explode the bombs and everyone survived?
That makes no sense.
Like, how did that happen? The whole point of the fight is that you're trying not to explode those bombs.
What I really don't understand is if Ocelot ran off with his own hand, couldn't he graft it on like he does?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, I don't know.
You would
That
think.
that comes in. That's an argument. That's a discussion for a later game.
I would have
but-
preferred that.
Yeah, that would completely change the series. Oh no, there is an explanation. There is an explanation, but we won't have an answer until Metal Gear 4.
Okay.
Now his was sliced off.
Ha, you're a funny man.
Shut up.
So the DARPA chief, is he okay?
I just love Snake's character because throughout all these conversations, he really just has his attitude. It's like, I don't fucking care. Come on, just fucking God.
He's hitting him like an actual old man
Yeah.
with a cane.
I just told you I was here to save you. I didn't kill the DARPA chief.
Smooch. Oh.
He had a heart attack or something.
I don't know. This guy's fucking old. I don't give a shit.
Don't be a fool.
Anyway, the terrorists.
Anyway.
That is so funny.
Those boys are totally insane. They wouldn't hesitate to launch.
I agree, but what do they really want?
Oh, who knows? Maybe they're like us in the army,
Just stay there.
always looking forward to the next good war.
Well, I'm not gonna let these maniacs start a war today. You still have the card keys?
Card keys?
To override the detonation code. I heard you had them.
No, not anymore.
What? Who does then?
I'm sorry, but his abs make no sense.
Yeah.
I mean, who the fuck drew that?
Well, I mean, are those really his muscles, or is he wearing like a Batman type of latex
Yeah,
suit?
I mean that's a good question.
His sneaking
I don't
suit
know.
just makes him
It
look
seems
tougher.
like it would be latex, but
It's also weird that they introduced the sneaking suit throughout the series, but in here it's just supposed to be to keep him warm because he's in Alaska.
Right.
It's the only reason that he's wearing that thing. So I don't know. I guess Raiden has a skull suit, so it's technically different than this.
She's okay.
I'm sure she is. She's green. but
Sneaking
as tough
suit
as
was
they
I
get.
don't know if the straps around his dick are necessary to keep him warm.
You got to keep him in place.
Oh my god.
Until I was tied up here, that is.
It's so big, he's got it strapped down.
Oh my
Stole it
god.
from the guard. If she still has
love
it,
the pixels
you
in
should
his
be able
hair.
to contact her.
I'm sure she still has.
That's the way you know it's not a helmet.
Yeah, he doesn't. Does he have a mullet in this one? He doesn't. Really.
No, it's not until the second one that he gets the
Yeah.
mullet. He gets the power mullet in the second one.
It's kind of weird, right?
Sorry.
Yeah, it's
He has
weird
like a
to see
short haircut here.
He just has a regular one.
Doesn't he get 5 o'clock shadow like a grizzled shadow in the second one, or is that Twin Snakes I'm thinking of?
No, in the second one he
Contact
does.
right away.
Yeah.
But tell me, if this doesn't work, is there some other
He's
way to
close
prevent
to
the
him.
missile launch?
What's going on?
Find Hal Emmerich, one of my employees.
Oh, Hal
Who's that?
Emmerich.
The team leader of the Metal Gear Rex project. A genius at engineering. But
He looks like he's wearing like knee pads, like he's about to go rollerblading.
There are a
Snakes
lot.
is gonna roll out of the room on blades.
It's very 90s.
Thanks for the info.
Just skating around Shadow Moses. I also like to point out that he just referred to Hal, i.e. Otacon, as a genius. That's really weird to get your head around
Yeah,
it.
I don't know about that, buddy.
He's actually being revered in any way. And those are his straps for his ass.
Yeah, no, how could that be there?
Well, if he takes off those straps, he gets like that Meryl ass. It's this giant polygonal ass. Oh man, we fucking lied in our first episode because we said none of our episodes are going to be half an hour long, but these cutscenes, this is going to be a bitch
Yeah, it's
to
gonna be-
rein these in because these fucking
Oh man, when
cutscenes,
we hit Metal Gear Solid 4, we're gonna have like a 2-hour episode.
just 2 hours. Sorry
Like,
guys, cutscenes.
Pause the cutscene in the middle of it. Cut the episode.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's going to be really enticing. Come back next time so we can finish this cutscene.
No, next episode is just a cutscene.
I think this is the first game I ever saw with like archival footage of like
Yeah,
nukes
yeah.
and shit going
Yeah.
off in it as well. And
I mean, a lot of people criticize Kojima for being really like he's lecturing us and, you know, like these really
Yeah, I guess
basic
so.
arguments about the military industrial complex. But I mean, back in the day, it's not like Michael Moore was in the media all the time. Like, you didn't really have someone in video games saying anything that was in any way criticizing anything.
or
Yeah.
any substance beyond like this is a game, shoot dudes.
Yeah, and also, I mean, criticizing the U.S. government, like a Japanese game designer criticizing the
Yeah.
United States military complex, like, that's fucking nuts.
Yeah, and it's not like it's translated badly. It's translated
Yeah, it's not.
correctly.
They don't play that. They don't play fast and loose with that stuff.
Yeah.
You'd think they would try to censor it, but they don't.
Yeah, a lot of it went over my head as a kid, but as I got older, started to like know more about this sort of stuff. Like, I don't know, it's a big deal that in 1998 this game came out discussing these sort of things like nobody had ever done
Yeah.
before.
Mergers and takeovers among the big
And as I played this, as I got older, I was more sympathetic to this view, I guess.
Oh yeah, you don't really know what they're talking about when you're younger.
Yeah, I had no idea. Like
Yeah.
nukes, whatever.
Well, I know a lot of people. They don't even fucking listen to this stuff. They just skip. They're just like, yeah, whatever, and they just skip all this stuff, and they can't digest any of the information.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's kind of a weird argument that he's making. Not that it's wrong. It's just that it's just info dumping and
Yeah.
throwing shit at you, and it's hard to digest, and it's supposed to be, I guess. A lot of people just don't even bother trying to understand where this is coming from.
Was there actually maturity ratings on video games at this point? Like,
I don't
how
think
did
there
my
were.
grandma buy this for me?
I feel like I'm pretty sure the ESRB was out. Maybe the ratings weren't as prevalent on the box. I feel like the ESRB existed though. It may have been just on the back, like this is what's in it. I don't think they maybe were at the point where they were doing like rated T, rated M, but I
Yeah.
think there were warnings
Like
on the
checking
back, like
people's
this
IDs.
contains this, this, and this.
Right.
What kind of data?
Like violence and sexual content and whatever.
Yeah.
I just like that Snake sits there and he talks to those people and they're just like, let me give you a history lesson. And then Snake's like, all right,
You just you're listening. I got nothing better to do.
I got 5 minutes to kill.
Just picking
Go
it like paint
on.
on the wall while the guy's talking.
Yeah, does he even listen to any of this stuff? Or is he
Can be.
Yeah, he's
I like
just...
how his foot is just like sitting there.
Yeah.
Looks stiff.
No, you go on without me.
Is that elbow pad on the inside of his arm?
I don't know.
Is that an arm?
Oh my
Yeah. Why is he putting his hand on his shoulder?
It looked like you
comforting
knew
him.
something.
Snake comforting
Snake
anyone is
Snake
just...
is a very sensitive dude.
Kenneth's just been through some
really
crap.
is.
Shit, man.
I think it's funny how like weirdly sensitive Snake can be to like emotional stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know him.
He's like, tell me all about it.
How did that make you feel?
She knows better than I.
Naomi.
You've got to stop them.
Jesus Christ, this is a long cutscene.
It is.
And it's just, we're not even at, we're at the tip of the iceberg.
Thing is, this is like a commercial break in a Metal Gear Solid 4 cutscene.
Yeah.
Metal Gear itself does, but
But still, again, like when I played this for the first time, I was just doing like, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
oh no, it can't be. Those Pentagon bastards.
So he actually does know what's up.
Yeah.
He knows what's up.
What are you talking about?
They're just using you for.
He's not talking shit. He knows what's going on. And of course, they always die right before they're gonna say the most informative thing.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll cut it here and.
Is it
'cause
the end of the
I believe
cutscene?
there's a codec after this cutscene. I mean,
Jesus Christ. But I mean, like,
Yeah.
It's
for fuck's sake. Kojima!
Colonel, are you listening? Now he's
Of course he is. He's listening to everything we fucking do, whether you like it or not.
no.
Shut, fucking Colonel. Why'd you even bother asking him anything?
some kind of poison.
Well, there are lots of drugs that can cause a heart
Even
attack
Naomi
in
is
large
being
doses.
cagey about it.
For example, potassium chloride or dioxide.
Also, the fucking Armstead guy was just like, he gave this huge history lesson about the history of nukes and shit like that.
Yeah.
And the single most important thing that he could have told him about was the fucking poison. It was about Fox Die. And that's like the thing that at the very
He's
last
saved for
second.
last.
Yeah. As it was killing
Should be
him.
okay if you do burst transmission like us,
Oops.
but
Yep.
normal transmission is probably impossible. Try moving away from that area.
Snake, get a hold of yourself.
Naomi.
I think this episode might actually be longer than the first one.
Member of Foxhound?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, we have no one like that in our unit.
Is that right?
Probably not.
Snake,
I feel like what you're talking about right now. Huh?
Hey, you got extra life.
Sweet action.
All right, I'm calling it, guys. Thanks for all of you who've stuck around this long. In the future, we're gonna try to make them not huge chunks, but then again, who knows? It is Kojima. But
Right.
that's good. We're gonna wrap up this episode. So until next time, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.